Hello and welcome to another edition of Droppin Baums with me, your host, Corey Baumeister. As always, brought to you by the lovely folks over at StarCityGames.com. Check them out for any kind of tournament or singles or anything. They do it all. Might even be able to get groceries there. I don't know. Maybe. All right, everybody, so we are playing Red-Black Aggro, Rakdos Aggro in Pioneer. I know what you're going to say, be like, wow, are we back to Pro Tour Dominaria where Wyatt Darby won? Because this deck is looking really similar to that. We got some upgrades from that, but I really wanted to see if this Rakdos deck was just so good at its time in Standard, or if it really has the chops to compete in our Pioneer world. And there's only one way to find out. It's watching the games. I know we're going to crush aggro decks. The real question is, can we beat the non-aggro decks? And that's what we're going to find out. Fast forward to any of the rounds. If you want to fast forward to the deck tech, but you want the results intact, don't do that. We talked a little bit about spoilers in the deck tech, so watch the matches first. And then I talk about changes I would like to make in the deck tech, as well as how I like the deck in general. So, all right, enjoy the games, everyone. See you there. All right, and welcome to round one here with Rakdos Aggro, a deck that I loved in its time on Standard. We'll see if the power level is still the same when you transfer it over to Pioneer. We're gonna keep this. Bomat into Scrounger is quite the dynamic duo. Always been a big fan of this. All right, I just love Bomat. Bomat's an unbelievable Magic card. That's not getting a lot of love right now. Ooh, do we got a mirror match? Hell yeah. I think we just want to get Scrounger going. We can deal with Bomat and play Soulscar Mage and leave up Bomat mana next turn. And then just never not leave a red open, because just having the thought of whatever drawing this card is super important. But now if they kill our... Okay, that's not bad. We don't care about hand disruption because Bomat brings more to the table. But that Soulscar Mage does shut down our attack unless we just wanted to go all in here, which I think we do, since our hand is so terrible. All right. So we're going to attack. They're going to block. Get rid of our 2 lands. For some decent magic cards. And wow, this is actually going to be awesome. Now we get to kill this and just go Hezeret next turn. Okay. That could have been like the best possible 3 cards. How do you beat a Hezeret from red-black side? We know from the time in Standard? Well, you just don't. Okay. God, this brings me back. Red-black on red-black crime here. That's really all Standard was during Pro Tour Dominaria. It's just, all right, are you playing red cards or are you playing blue-white control? Okay, 90% of people were playing red cards? All right, then. Did not expect to be playing a mirror match round 1 here, but I think Hezeret should give us game 1. Hopefully. Our mana base is a lot better than it was in Standard. I believe Standard, all we had was Summit and maybe a couple Blood Crypts. Not even a lot. All right, Hezerino. Here, Hezeret comes to wreck the day. Yeah, I don't know what they can do to answer this card. I guess they can deal damage to it with thanks to Soulscar Mage. So yeah, never mind. Maybe we're still in trouble here. Depending on how much direct damage they have. I kind of anticipate they have like Unlicensed. The Disintegration. Okay. Okay. All right, so they took the 5. And Chandra does kill that, doesn't it? Brutal. Ew. Alright, now we're probably dead. Thy Chain. Now we're gonna need like an Unlicensed or something, or Glorybringer. Glorybringer here would definitely bring the glory. Glory be. Glory be. That was pretty good. We'll get rid of this, and they'll have to chump. Hopefully they don't have a spell. Okay. Alright, we're sitting alright now. Probably going to need another timely top deck unless they go blank blank or whatever, but that gave us hope. Thoughtseize here is definitely going to be coming out. Up for mana? Oh god. Leaving a removal spell? I don't really want to just Thoughtseize them right now, because then they'll just cast their spell. And then we won't be able to bring back Scroungers, so nobody really wins there. Alright. What would they hold up? I mean, it's got to be Unlicensed Disintegration, right? That's just got to be the card in their hand. Right? Going for it. Yeah, that seems aggressive. Alright, so if we can get like a Chandra... If we can get a Chandra, it would be lethal. Because we could Thoughtseize their Disintegration, they would kill this, then we go Chandra. This becomes 3 power. We'd have to kill this, I guess. Well, we'd get to attack, they'd have to chump, and then Chandra could just deal 2 for free. So it'd be a very good draw, but I don't think it would win right on the spot. Alright, that's aggressive, but we're going to take it. Alright, Hezeret, Chandra, Glorybringer, all these would be good. Or Mana Confluence, we'll take that. Alright, so we're just dead unless they have nothing in hand, I guess. So we might as well go for it. Dead unless they have Stone Cold Nothing. Alright. We called it correctly, but that card does indeed beat us. They did make it pretty apparent that's what they were doing, but nothing we could do. Alright, Rekindling Phoenix has got to be very good. Thoughtseize is definitely bad. I really don't like Baumats being in here when our opponent has Chain Whirlers, so I think we're going to cut those. Bring in Dreadbore. Could bring in Magma Spray. I'd rather have Harvester, I think. We're just going to go a little bigger. Ooh, Magma Sprays for Scrounger, though, are very, very good. Don't really love Heart of Kirin in this matchup. Maybe we go down to just one of those. Also not a huge believer of Bone Crusher Giant here. Alright, we'll go like that. We'll go down on 1. 2 hearts is fine. And then the 1 Bone Crusher is kind of our 60th card. We would cut it if we had something else worth bringing in, but this looks fine the way it is. Alright, we would love to go first. Ew! Vomit. Okay, we can keep this. I think we want to keep all our spells. So let's get rid of this Ruins. And we're going to go to the Summit and say go. They left in their Baumats. Let's hope we punish them with Chain Whirlers. Not a bad 1-2, or 2-3, I should say. This into Disintegration, but we'll need something else more than likely. Chain Whirler off the top would still be pretty sweet, but we do kind of just want to hit lands. It's not bad. We're probably just going to get our value off that and Bone Crush this Baumat. Crush the bones of the Baumie. Yeah, let's do it. Stomp that robot. They could send our adventure on an adventure if they get rid of 5 cards. Not worth it? I believe it. Alright, come on, land. Ugh. Just unlicense this. It's a lot of damage. But we'd have loved a land to just Chandra that. Then they could have went Chain Whirler number 2 and got our Chandra, but still. Anytime you can go a Planeswalker into a battlefield where you're killing the only creature, chef's keys. Alright, alright. What do they got? What do they got? They're starting to get in a little bit of a precarious situation. They're up on cards, but maybe they're stuck on mana as well. Love that they have 3 different mountains. Bold. We keep it classic. We keep it classic here on Droppin Baums. We're a fan of 1 land and 1 land only. Opponent's deep in the tank, or they left to go get a drink of water or something. Here comes Baumie. Well, we'll definitely attack. Okay, now the question is, do we just Chandra this? It's gonna draw cards. I think we do have to deal with it. Don't have a Chain Whirler or any effective way to deal with it, so I guess we'll settle with this. Oh, what are they going to punish us with? Chain Whirler, Bowmat, Glorybringer, all kill this. If we untap with this, I feel really good, but I do not expect it. Do not expect it to work. All right, so they have 2 mystery cards and a mountain in hand. Ooh, Karn. We'll take that. All right, they're just trying to make creatures to kill it. We got Glorybringer for that. This is going to be insane. Okay, so Chain Whirler is good as well, but Glorybringer here is just insane. G-Banger. Get to kill Construct and the Karn. Karn and Exert. Bang, bang. All right. We love those exchanges. Glorybringer's so good. Yeah, yeah. GB is usually GG. Let's go. All right. Kind of like the Bone Crusher. I just like the value that it brings. I don't love Heart of Kirin, but some games it can be unbelievably good. All right, we'll try this. Take out 1 Soul Scar Mage. That card is quite bad. Unless you're like trying to deal with Hazoret from your opponent. Otherwise, it just wasn't a good card. But it was still in all these decks. And maybe we should have adjusted it to play something else. Because I'm really not a fan of it. But we're giving it a shot. All right, game 3. Mirror match. On the draw. Don't love it. And we're mulliganing. Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh, Raggy. This hand is quite bad. This hand is also not very good, but we're definitely going to keep. We'll get rid of one of these Harvesters. Here comes Baumeister. I think it's pretty risky to leave in Bowmat. I guess they mulliganed as well, so not the worst. We're going to have to kill that Bowmat unless we get a Chain Whirler, more than likely. Can't let them catch up on cards. Let's dread it. Kaboom. Is it worth it? There's no way that their hand is worth it. All right. Okay, so that was the mountain. All right, now we're just going to play Harvester. Get the energy and start crewing it up now. We're going to leave this for Glorybringer food. This thing is going to be hungry eventually for some food. They just go land go. Yeah, I was going to say we couldn't do much there. Okay. Hate that. But we do get to attack it and play this. We really want to top deck a land. Because Karn is very good in a board like this. But Glorybringer should do some nice work to that if we can allow it. Yes, Karn could be trouble. If they can back it up with a couple removal spells, that'll likely be GG. But, you know, luckily this card they exiled is a mountain. So they can't really just tick down for a mountain. That's not very good. And if they tick up, I'm just obviously not going to give them a removal spell. So it really depends the contents of their hand. We know they have a Blood Crypt. And they have 3 mystery cards outside of that. Let's see, what are they thinking? Okay, ticking up. Chain Whirler and a Braid is quite good. We got to give him the Chain Whirler. A Braid on this is really mean. So we kind of hope that they play that and we top deck Glorybringer. And then we can turn this around, but otherwise this is going to be a little troublesome. Yep. A little risky, but sure. If we had a Shock, could have done something, but our Shock wouldn't have had that good of a target. Wow, that one's good. Okay. Well, all right. I think this is game or not game. Glorybringer to kill both permanents here would be unbelievable. Let's go. Oh, that sucks. Guess that does at least kill Karn, which I think we have to destroy. Ugh. Brutal. Brutal. Glorybringer would have been so good. Not only would we have just accomplished what we just did, we would have also killed this with leaving a GB on the battlefield. Now if they have another land, which I think they do, can we even Glorybringer now? We can kill this. I guess we can. Didn't hit it anyways. All right, well, we can stay alive. We can stay alive at 1. All right, so we'll let them draw, and then we'll attempt to wild slash the Bowmat. And we can disintegrate the Chain Whirler. Now we go to 1, and they kill us with basically anything, or even just playing more creatures here. Yeah, that'll do it. We were not the red-black mirror match victors. Oh, they still had to show us the had all these. Love it. All right. Well, we were bested in the red-black mirror. Let's see if we can beat some other non-mirror decks in the rest of the Droppin Baums. So stay tuned for round 2. All right, and welcome to round 2 here with Rakdos Aggro. Well, we're on the draw, and this is not a keeper, so not great. Not great by any means, but we'll keep this one. Now, I think we just have to get rid of Glorybringer here. It might not have a matchup where it's good against. Also, we're just kind of trying to dump our hand and get a Bowmat going. Ooh, Desert. All right, so we have to start with red. We might as well start with Bowmat. Start getting some cards, and hopefully we can restock. Being up against another red deck, though, I don't have high hopes for this doing what we want it to. Blue-red, huh? Okay. We're going to see what's going on in their hand. Is that a hollow one? Whoa. All right, I guess we take the Reunion. That shuts down their hand pretty severely here. All right, then we'll go with our Soul Scour. I like their brew. I like it. Pioneer, it's wide open, that's for sure. Play whatever you want. Our opponent is putting that to the test. All right. Second Fabled Passage. They top deck anything? Okay. So we can wild slash the Dome here. I don't think we actually want to do that because maybe we want to like wild slash a hollow one to reduce its power and toughness by a bit. Kind of forgot hollow one cycled. Okay, now they can go land. They can't quite cruise, but they are definitely 1 turn away. Sweltering Suns. Wow. I think it's better to just go land Chandra than to have 3 bonus cards, because one of them we kind of need to be a land. All right, that was a nice draw. Not much we can do. Hope Chandra gets us there. Chandra is going to be good, don't get me wrong, but okay. That is going to be our play as well. Chandra, tick up for mana. It's either shock them or get a 4-power creature going. Seems better to me. All right, now they can cruise. It's definitely scary. Let's see how much they're going to cruise for. All right, they're going to just allow themselves to draw something. I maybe would have been inclined to just tap 5, leave a couple cards since you have another cruise. But obviously it depends on their hand or their deck. We don't necessarily even know what they're playing. All right, so we're going to tick up top ability. Do we want another Chandra? No, that doesn't seem good. All right, we'll get in there. Is this Lightning Axe? All right. It's just blue-red Phoenix with hollow ones in it. Crucible. Okay. Our opponent's doing stuff. Drakehaven. Okay. I guess the cycling lands make sense now. So we can Stomp or Bone Crusher here. I think we just play the Giant and the Scrounger here. Try to get a battlefield, have them deal with that. Then maybe our Planeswalker can take control. All right. What kind of shenanigans are they doing? Okay. It's pretty cute. There's a hollow 1. And we know the other card in their hand is Treasure Cruise. So we oh, let's go. Okay, that's sweet. Now, Let's start with Glory Bringer. Now, okay, all right. We're gonna kind of do it all here. We're gonna go for mana. We are going to kill this. That was a good draw, y'all. That was a good draw. All right, then we'll kill that. Take 7. Now we have an emblem next turn, and I don't see a reason why we wouldn't do that. Now they are gonna cruise more than likely. Our opponent's deck is wild. That's a combo with Crucible. Probably have to hit Chandra. All right, and they get a token out of this. Then they can play the land. Are they gonna try to kill Scrounger? Another Chandra. Okay. So we could tick down on this and then attack. I don't like that. I just want them to deal with the Chandras and then we'll play the next one. So eventually it's going to win us the game. So they have to deal with it. All right, that was a pretty good draw. So I think we can safely just crush this. Let's get all the value we can. Then they're going to kill Scrounger. Then we're just going to bring it back. We're going to leave that Bone Crusher there, I think. We're just going to soak in all the value. No token. That'll die. Now they got to deal with G-Banger next turn. I kind of hope they do just to see more of their deck. It's pretty wild. Okay. There's a cycle. Free Drake. That is a pretty sweet combo. All right. I take it back. I hope they don't deal with it. All right. So that's dead. Now they get to Temple. Let's do a little scrying. See where they left it. Bottomed it. I feel like they're out of resources now, though, so we should be all right. Actually, we just have lethal. Yeah, because we just Chandra this. Oh, wait, they have 2 of them. That's right. Never mind. I think we're going to attack. They have to block. Just keep bringing that back. We'll go with the top ability. I guess we should have did that first in case it was a Glory Bringer, but it was not. So we'll go with Bone Crusher. We'll bring back a Scrounger, and now they have to deal with Chandra again. Chandra has ticked back up to ultimate status. They can just attack it, but then they have 2 attackers that are both lethal. They're dead. Maybe not. Oh my god, okay. Cruise puts them back on the menu, that's for sure. Okay. But, oh, I guess the 2 does still hit Chandra, so we got a game. No, I think they're dead. No, now I think they're dead, because they have to attack Chandra. Chandra will kill one of them, and the other 2 creatures will get in. All right, we got it this time, but they were definitely holding on. What an absurd deck. Well, Chandra was definitely MVP. All right, they saw the line. Okay, ley lines. Yes, please. Thoughtseize, sure. Noxious Grasp do nothing. These do nothing. Rekindling Phoenix seems pretty sweet. What don't we want? Soulscar Mage seems abysmally bad. The Wild Slashes are actually seem kind of nice. Or at least passable. Now, I could see getting rid of Chain Whirlers. Unlicensed seem pretty bad. We don't need that much removal. We'll go with the Harvester. Another Harvester. I actually think we want to cut more removal or bad clunky stuff for Soulscar Mage. They do have, well, they do have like Sweltering Sun, so that makes Goblin Chain Whirler pretty bad. I would rather have another Glory Bringer. And a couple of Soulscar Mages, I guess. I don't love it. But we want to keep our curve down just so our Hezarets are still good. Otherwise, it's just a clunky 4-drop that we just have to use as our last threat all the time. We have gotten a lot of one-landers. A lot of them. Got a mulligan. All right. Sounds sweet. Going to start with Bowmat, more than likely. All right, we'll get rid of this. All right, they're on 6 cards as well here, y'all. Okay. I don't even know if Beaumat really pays right now. I think we'd rather Beaumat now and then Thoughtseize before they play their 3s. Their Drake Havens and their Crucibles seem to be what's really important. So we might as well let them get to that point. But that Molten Vortex, you know, it's not going to allow Beaumat to get crazy at all. All right, we're going to get in there. See what they do. Just firing a land at it. We're cool with that. All right, now let's Thoughtseize, see what they got. Wow, okay. So they kind of have all the cards we're a little worried about, but which one's the scariest? Probably Drakehaven. I don't know really what they do with Crucible, but Drakehaven is a problem. And we'll play this. We'll let it die, but sure. They did throw away their land they needed for it, so... All right. Okay. So now we're going to get in there. We're just going to play the Bone Crusher. 4/3 body is still very good. They could just be dead. Or they have to Cathartic here. Looks like what they're doing. Yep, discarding a Drakehaven. They want Crucible. How about a Hezeret? Ooh. Not bad. A little late, but it'll kind of stop their combo a bit. Oh, dang it. Should have played this for prowess. Could have put him down to 10, which is actually probably going to be relevant. Sorry about that, y'all. That was a bad play. I'm so not used to prowess. They probably would have destroyed it in response, so maybe we actually did get ourselves an extra damage. That would have been funny. A misplay that ends up being better. All right, so here's Crucible. That's got to be a game winner. I did it again. That's got to be a game winner, though. Yeah, at this point, they would do it here anyways. Oh, they're going to hit that, huh? Okay, well. Take 2, so they should be at 6. Should be going to 4. Which 4 is a convenient number with Glorybringer. Prowess. Dang it, that'd be a good one to cast. But I do not see them coming out of this. Sack that, goes to exile. Cruising? All right, looks like our punt will not catch up to us. Well, if we don't get a land, then we don't get to kill him next turn, where we would normally. Oh, okay. 5, 6, yeah, Deck bailed us out. Our punts did not have any effect on the game except just making me look bad. But other than that, still GG. All right, well, that was a wild deck from our opponent, but that is to just showcase you can do whatever you want in Pioneer, but I gotta say maybe their deck didn't necessarily work out, or this is not the exact matchup they want to be playing against. One of the two, but all right, stay tuned. Let's see if we can get a 2-1 with Rakdos Aggro here on Droppin Baums. See you next round. All right, everybody, welcome to round 3 here with Rakdos Aggro. We're on the draw, and this is another very mediocre at best hand. We got 2 lands on the draw, so we're going to keep it, but we would love a basic mountain in the top 2 cards to be able to cast our spells on time. All right, no such luck there. That was about the last card we wanted to draw, but a mountain off the top, and we get a pretty good turn, and 2 mountains off the top, and our hand is great, and 3 mountains off the top, and we are doing it. Okay, that's not bad. We do have Chain Whirler to eventually clean that up. Boom. Okay, so now we're crushing. We're gonna be able to deal with that Heart of Kieran. I'm guessing this is it? Phoenix, a deck that I love. You know, we played on Droppin Baums not too long ago. I think it's a phenomenally powerful deck. No fault to anyone for playing that one. But I think we should do all right against it. We're going to find out. All right. Is it Charm? Get some creatures. Bet they're not going to be expecting the old Chain Whirler to come back and wreck their day. Chain Whirler, I think, might be in a good spot again. Discards 2 cruises. Wow, that's a lot of cards. It's a lot of cards they are representing. But this is going to be a nice turn, y'all. Oh, come on, yes. Send a Wild Slash at my face. There'd be no point in doing it now. Chain Whirler, let's go. Welcome to Dominaria. All right. Welcome to Standard from Pro Tour Dominaria, coming at ya. Look at our hands, just all rares and mythics. How Pioneer is meant to be played. There's that Wild Slash right to the dome. That can't be right. Okay. All right, Phoenix to the yard. So we do have a threat of that coming back this turn if they have 2 1-drops. One of which they just fired at our head, though, so that probably wasn't ideal. So if they have any blue or red card in their hand, they could have brought it back. But because they sent Wild Slash at our face for no reason, they can't. So I don't recommend that, boys and girls. Let's go. All right, this could get Is It Charmed, but they've already cast 2. And the upside is so, like, the game's just pretty much over if this resolves, so let's try it. And if not, they're down to 1 card. All right. They had it, but now they're down to 1 card and they discarded 2 Treasure Cruise. So I'm really curious what that last card is. If it's not the 3rd Treasure Cruise, I think it's wrong. Young Pyro. Oh, it was a Quicken. Quicken into Treasure Cruise. I don't like how our opponent played this game. All right, so I think it's Glorybringer time. We'll just go 8 in the air. We'll kill Young Pyromancer. We already have lethal, so we don't need it to present lethal next turn. We might as well contain their battlefield as well as possible. Bang. All right, our draw turned out pretty well. We basically did draw all the lands we needed in Secession, but our hand could have went real south if we didn't, to be honest. So it was a risky keep, but a keep I stand by for sure. Okay. Well, we could go, yeah, Hezeret and Scrounger is a little bit better. Scrounger, Hezerino, animate with Scrounger. All right. Is it Phoenix? Definitely want ley lines. I like Rekindling Phoenix against them. Magma Spray is pretty good against Phoenix and Young Pyro. Let's get these Soulscar mages out of here. They're heinous. Let's get these Chandras out of here. Those are not good. That looks pretty good. A lot of spot removal for their early creatures. Thoughtseize to break them up a bit. Disintegration in case they go to any bigger creatures. Disintegration is the one slot I don't love. I don't love it. I kind of like Harvester. We'll keep 2. We'll go 2 and 2 split. Is this card good at all? We could take these out. Let's see what this looks like. We could go Glorybringer and Thoughtseize. Just try to really break up their hand as well as just end with G-Banger. All right. My voice went 10 octaves higher there. All right, let's try this again. Oh, yeah. Got to keep it with a Leyline here. It's a very mediocre hand otherwise, but Leyline might just completely wreck their day here. I was like, yeah, you can still play Magic. I know that's going to shut you down, but you still get to actually play Magic. All right, well, let's Thoughtseize them. Let's just play red-black control at this point. All right, we'll leave them with the Treasure Cruise. I guess we don't want them to have a Braid because it cleanly deals with 1/2 of Rekindling Phoenix. Wow, our Leyline was good, to say the least. All right, here comes Baumey. Here comes Baumey. Here comes Baumey. Right down Beaumat Lane. I'm still riling from the holidays. Can you tell? Hope everyone had a good holidays as well. From one Droppin Bomb to another. What did they discard? Sulfur Falls. Oh, so they let us know that these are the 3 cards in their hand? Okay. All right, so they still let us know these are the cards. All right, Rekindling Phoenix is just going to just slam dunk them. They're getting closer to that hard cast Treasure Cruise, though. Let's go. Rekindling Phoenix is going to be awesome. Okay, let's play the bird. And then first comes the bird, second comes the dragon. Boom. Deal with it. They have one card in hand. Are they trying to kill it at end step and hope to draw a removal spell? That's always a classic turn. And then when it fails, the game is over. Gee, banger. 8. A Phoenix. Sure. We got a good old Phoenix fight. Yeah, we can just Glorybringer this into the Shadow Realm, but we really don't have to. Because we have a Magma Spray that can't go face, so we're not even going to exert. Not even going to waste our time on that Arclight Phoenix. They're dead. Well, our Leyline tech is quite good against these Phoenix decks, that's for sure. And Dredgeless Dredge, so I mean, 2 of the more popular, powerful decks, it is good against, you know? Alright, if they have Lightning Axe and they waited for this point, I'll be impressed, but we're still going to run it. Alright, we'll say go. We got 2 Shocks waiting. And these Shocks permanently deal with Arclight thanks to Leyline, so... Yeah, we kind of destroyed the last 2 rounds. We got obliterated so much in our first round. I guess it was a mirror match, but I was like, oh, I don't know, maybe this deck just isn't that great. I still don't feel insanely great about it, but let's talk more about it in the deck tech. So follow me there and we'll discuss how we think about the deck and maybe some possible changes. See you there. All right, and welcome to the deck tech here with Red-Black Aggro. All right, so overall feelings of the deck are pretty medium. It's powerful red cards, which we've seen be successful over times, but we're playing too many bad cards in our main and just too many situationally good cards anyways. So I don't know if I'm super sold. I would like to see some changes being made to this list if we play it moving forward. You know, I want a better card than Soulscar Mage. Soulscar Mage was barely playable in the standard version, and that's because it was directed at dealing with cards like Hezeret. Like, that was the only reason that card was really in there. So step 1, I'd be getting rid of Soulscar Mage here immediately. And you know what? Let's just put better 2-drops in place. Like, I think, like, even Karizev, you know, I mean, there's got to be other decent 2-drops we can put in place as well. That would be my start, is getting Soulscar Mage out of the deck. I didn't really like it. Thoughtseize I'm a fan of. This is a card we didn't have in old Red-Black Aggro. Really hard for Thoughtseize to be bad. Wild Slash, you need some early removal. I'm not sold that this is our best option, but it is decent as well. I could see a Braid, but we don't want to overload our 2s that much. Bomat Courier, love it. Bomat's great. That's one of the reasons to play a deck like this. Heart of Kirin also very powerful with Chandra, Chain Whirler, Scrounger. All these cards are kind of built in to crew this. Once again, Soulscar Mage is very off when it comes to being able to crew this. If this was Smuggler's Copter and this was another 1-power creature to crew it, sweet, let's go, you know, but it's not. So step 1, get these out of there. Goblin Chain Whirler. There's a lot of ramp decks out here, a lot of Llanowar Elves, even a lot of young Pyromancers out of Izzet Phoenix instead of Thing in the Ice, as well as even like Gruul decks playing Rabble Master. I think Chain Whirler is at a really good spot in the metagame right now, and this is kind of the reason I wanted to play something like this. Bone Crusher Giant, I could see playing more. I think it's just a very good card. Red-Black Aggro struggles with Flood a little bit, but Bone Crusher is one of those cards where no matter what, you're going to have value off it. So I could see getting rid of Soulscar Mages, adding another Bone Crusher, adding another Chain Whirler, and adding a Karizev. That's what I would make for changes moving forward. For you all that want to try it out there. And I could see even adding a 4th Bone Crusher instead of one of these unlicensed Disintegrations, if you don't expect a lot of big creatures at your local metagame, online metagame, whatever you expect. Because this is a little overboard, and when we play against stuff like blue-white control, it's just a dead card, and we don't really want that. So I could see going down to 3 of this as well. We'll talk about the 4-drops here. 2 Hezeret. One thing you got to be certain of, or you got to be a little wary of, when you start taking out Soulscar Mages and add more expensive stuff, your Hezerets do get worse. The likelihood that you play it on turn 4 and attack go down a lot. So you got to keep that in mind. So if you want to be really aggressive, maybe keep the Soulscars or maybe put in some other red 1-drop or, you know, even Gutterbone, something like that. Although that's not great either, but it wouldn't be bad, actually. Gutterbones might actually be pretty strong here. All right, and then we got 3 Chandra, really good at crewing Heart of Kirin as well as getting you to Glorybringer mana. Since we do only play 23 lands, that's not a ton. Just a great creature or great planeswalker as well. I could even see 3-mana Chandra being in here. Great with Heart of Kirin. Works together with the other Chandra. So that's another consideration I had. I went against it because it doesn't protect itself. I think that's not that great, but I could see it being okay. And then Glorybringer. Glorybringer is the best card in the deck. I just love this card in the metagame right now. It's very powerful, hard to interact with, gets its value right when you play it, even if they kill it. Just a great card. The reason to play the deck. Let's talk about the sideboard choices here. We got that Forced Thoughtseize. We got a lot of removal that has to come out if we do play against non-creature decks. So gotta have this. We could even consider playing more stuff for non-aggressive decks, because we do have a lot that comes in against aggressive decks. So maybe we have to focus on, something else in the sideboard. I could see 3-mana Chandra being a good sideboard card. Getting rid of some of our anti-aggro cards. This sticks out to me as what right away as Dreadbore. Not really do we want to deal with, just, killing six ways to just destroy a creature. Now this does come in against like Planeswalker control, but against like just straight blue-white control, this would not come in, and that's a bit of a problem. So I think I would change these to Baby Chandra and give that a shot from there. Noxious Grasp I put in here because of the dominance of green-based ramp decks. I really wanted to have a good answer for Nissa. And I think Noxious Grasp is just one of the best cards for that, as well as just green stompy decks, mono white aggro. It's a very well versatile card. All right, 2 Leylines. You saw them be an all-star in the last 2 matches against our Izzet opponents. Very good against those. Very good against Dreadless Dredge. I could even see another, to be honest. 4th Glorybringer. Glorybringer is the truth. Rekindling Phoenix, very good against aggressive decks. Any red-based removal decks, really hard to deal with from them. Magma Sprays against Scroungers, against other aggressive decks when we're on the draw. You normally don't want to bring them in when we're on the play because we already have Wild Slash, but it's a good card at playing defense on the draw when you just want to switch your deck to just deal with creatures, win with Glorybringers. We pretty much don't lose to creature decks. This deck destroys them because of that plan. Like, you just bring in all your removal and then you just end the game with Glorybringers. It's a really great recipe for success against them. It's just not many great answers they have. Most aggro decks have 4 Glorybringers. So that is the reason to play this deck. If you're expecting a lot of combo, you're expecting a lot of control, this isn't that great of a call. But if you're expecting a creature metagame, boom, this deck is the truth. Harvester once again for aggros, or aggro decks. And then Dreadbore, pretty versatile against a lot of things. But like I said, this is a card I think should go, and you should bring in more anti-control, anti-combo decks or cards for it in its place. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for our Droppin Bombs for this week. Next week, we have another ban announcement coming in Pioneer. So we had 3 weeks of exploring the format as it is, and we might have another shakeup next week. But for next week, I'm going to be at SCG Columbus. We're back on the SCG tour. I cannot wait. If you're going to be there, come and say hi. I'd love to meet my fans. Would love to say what's up to you, give you a high five. But that's going to be it for me. We will see you in Columbus if you're coming. If not, we'll see you next week for more Droppin Bombs action. Bye-bye.